A quiet little town in Ontario is garnering a lot of international press these days for mostly good reasons. With more on that, here's this week's Third Rail. Whenever you hear stories about racism, they rarely end well. Take, for example, Lake Simcoe, Ontario. It's a popular fishing destination just north of Toronto. Lake Simcoe was the location of a series of targeted assaults on Chinese Canadian fishermen the last 2 years. Now, here's the thing about racism. When it comes to Canadian racism, we rarely take those stories well. We're in denial, we don't like to admit it's there, we prefer to primarily think of it as an American problem. Well, Lake Simcoe is back in the news in the town of Keswick. Turns out a 15-year-old Korean student was shoved by a white classmate in gym class. Problem, the Korean student was a black belt in Taekwondo. Well, you can guess what happened. Now, I'm hesitant to blame the bully himself because I realize that racism, like other forms of hate, is a learned behavior, often passed on from parent to child.
Sweep the leg. You have a problem with that? No, Sensei?
Negative points of view and harmful behaviors passed on from generation to generation, just as positive lessons are handed down from generation to generation.
Wax on, right hand. Wax off, left hand.
But here's the problem. Because the Korean boy broke the bully's nose, he ended up being suspended, arrested, and now he has a threat of expulsion hanging over his head. What are the odds of that happening?
I give it 3, 2, 1, eh?
Now, if this was a regular news item, we'd all just shake our heads sadly and go, well, ain't that a shame, and just leave it at that. But here's where the story takes an interesting turn. This past week, 400 students, all dressed in black, walked up out of school in a sign of protest and solidarity with the Korean boy. I guess the students at Keswick High School had enough of their town getting a bad rep just because of a few idiotic fishermen. So, to the young men and women of Keswick High School, thank you for reminding the rest of this country exactly how you're supposed to stand up to bullying. For the City News List, I'm Paul Bae. Remember the last song?
Yeah.
Right?
The Karate Kid.
Yeah. You want to use it.
I wanted you to use the I am the knight who will fight for your honor. So write in and let us know which
song you prefer.